Well, good day, fellow draftspeople. Today we're going to be using Sketchup to draft a 3D house. Sketchup should be now located on your desktop. I'm using Sketchup 2017, and you can use, and I would prefer that you use Sketchup 2017, or you can use a web-based version as well. But the web-based version is a little bit different. It still does the same things, but the tools are in a little bit different places. So go ahead and open the program. And the first thing you're going to do is choose a template. We're going to be using the imperial measurement system to draw the 3D house. So we can click on Simple Template, Feet and Inches, and then start using SketchUp. So while this is opening, you can make sure that you have the sample drawing available to you, and that can be found on Moodle, on my Moodle page. So you can go ahead and you can have that opened up in your browser, or you can print it off if you wish. So Chris here is there for scale purposes. So we're not going to delete Chris just yet. We actually probably don't even have to delete him at all. But he's there to make sure that we're drawing our house to approximately the right size. So let's leave him there for now. We're going to just keep the simple tool set, and those are all these tools up here. We will not need to get into the advanced tool set, so we're just going to leave these here, and that'll leave us a little bit more room for drawing purposes. Now, if you don't have a mouse connected, I would highly suggest you get a mouse and get it connected. It's a little bit more difficult using your mouse on your computer or on your laptop, because it doesn't quite work as nice. The scroll is a really nice key feature to use with SketchUp, because we can use our scroll to zoom in and out, and we can press it down to orbit as well. So I'm not going to bore you with some of the information that you already know, because we've already completed some drawings. So we've done things like perhaps the block drawings in class, and we've also done a 3D bench. So most of that stuff that we've drawn before has taught you the basics. So now we're just going to go to the next step, and that's using SketchUp to draft a 3D house. So step one is to draw the base of the house. So you're going to take and grab the pencil tool, and you're going to click on the origin. Move your pencil along the red axis. Remember that we can move along any axis and in between any axis, but we're always going to be drawing on a colored axis for this project, almost always. So we're on the red axis, and now we can go ahead and type in 15 feet. So when you type it in, it should automatically go in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So 15, and you put in the apostrophe for feet, and then press enter. Now go on the green axis. There's blue, there's green, and type in 5 feet. Press enter. And now we're going to go back on that red axis, type in 25 feet, press enter. I'm just going to go zoom extents so I know where I'm at, and I'm going to just scroll out or zoom out. You can use this button as well to zoom out, or sorry, this button right here to zoom in and out. Go get my pencil again, and we're going to draw now on the green axis 30 feet, and then we're going to follow that red axis all the way back until it clicks to the green. Now if it doesn't click to the green, we can just simply go on the red axis and we can add the 25 and 15 on the front together, which we will get 25, 35, that's 40 feet. So we'll type in 40 feet, and that will also take us back to the green axis. And then we can go ahead and click on the origin or the endpoint. So this makes a nice base for our house. So if you didn't get those measurements, I'm going to put those on there for you right now using my dimension tool. So this was 15, this was 5, this was 25, and this was 30, and last That's 40. Now you don't really need this one, but I'll put it on there as well. That's 35. Okay, now if you want to just orbit by pushing down your scroll button, or you can go to the orbit tool here and zoom extents. I'm going to orbit a little bit more, zoom extents. Now I'm going to take and offset my walls to 6 inches. So the offset tool is located right there beside the push-pull tool. When I click on it once, I can go to an object and it will automatically highlight. Okay, so once I go to the object that I want to offset, I click on the object and then I just move my mouse. And now you can see this little red square here and the dotted or hidden line that goes in towards that offset line. That's asking you how far do you want that line to be away from the original line. And we want to type in 6 inches, and inches is quotation marks. And that's just to the left of the enter key. So we go 6 inches, we press enter, and there you go. We have 6-inch out exterior walls all the way around. Now this is a 2-story house. Now typically a 2-story house will have an 8-foot wall for the main floor and an 8-foot wall for the second floor, but it will also have a 1-foot I guess allowance for the floor. So 8 and 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. So we're going to take and use that push-pull tool to click on this right here on this wall. We're going to go in the up direction, let go of the mouse, and type in 17 feet and press enter. Now we've just taken and made a little swimming pool around Chris. Okay, so that was 17 feet. I'll put that dimension on there for you as well. There we go. Now we have a house with some walls, and the next step for us is to put on some windows and some doors. So the front of this house right here, we're going to put on 3 windows on the upper level, and we're going to put a door with 2 side lights down here. So the windows are all the same. They are 4 feet wide by 5 feet high. And we're going to start in this point, this upper right-hand corner of the house. So take and get your pencil. Click on that upper right-hand corner of the house. Make sure you're clicking on the right point right here. You're going to go down along that wall. And let me just calculate this out here. I think we'll go down 1.5 feet. So we'll just go 1.5 feet. Type that in and then put the apostrophe. Now remember that when you're drawing on top of another line like this, it doesn't seem that we've drawn anything. So if we just take our pencil and just go run along that wall, it'll say midpoint and endpoint. We're looking for that endpoint. So when it says endpoint, we click on that point, and now we can go and start drawing on the face. So this window is 3 feet in from the right edge of the house. We're going to type in 3 feet. And the window was 5 feet high, so we're going to go 5 feet down on the green. Remember, always drawing on a colored axis. Now, this is something that happens once in a while. You can see that I was actually supposed to draw on the blue, and I drew on the green. Not a big deal. Just go and I grab the eraser tool and single click on that line. Don't drag through that line because you don't know what you're going to erase behind it. Go back to my pencil and continue that drawing. So from here down on the blue axis, not the green, 5 feet. Now we can go over on the red. This window is 4 feet wide, so we type in 4 apostrophe. Go back up, and it doesn't want to guess how high. It wants to put me way up to this midpoint, so I have to actually type in the number. That's going to be 5 feet. And then click back on this endpoint, and there's our first window. We can orbit around to make sure I've drawn it correctly, and I have. And we can do the exact same thing on the next two windows. Now, the next two windows are the same size, but they're 3 foot 6 inches apart. So we're going to go 3 foot 6 inches. Another way of typing 3 foot 6 inches in, it would be 3.5 feet. But I'm going to put 3 foot 6 inches. Then I'm going to go down, and it automatically guesses where I want to go, and I like that. If it doesn't guess for you, make sure you go down 5 feet. And then I'm going to go over. It wants to guess. No, it's not going to guess 4, so I'm just going to type in 4 feet. And go back up, and good, it guessed the 5 feet. So I click there and click there, and proceed to do the last one. This time, instead of 3 foot 6, I'm going to go 3.5 feet. Same number, just different way of typing it in. And it's guessing my 5 feet down. I want to type in 4 feet over and go up 5 feet, and then back to my endpoint. So there's 3 windows. They're linked together with these little lines, which I'm going to erase with single clicks using my eraser tool. Click, click, and click. There we go. There's 3 windows. Now those windows aren't really windows because they aren't going in, you can't see into the building. So we're going to use our push-pull tool to click on the window and push it in until it says on face. So see, I can push it out or in until it says on face, and then click. And you can tell by just orbiting around if you've done it correctly. You can see inside the building. If you haven't, go Control Z or Edit Undo and try again. Now this time I'm going to go in, and I'm not going to go until it says on face. I'm going to type in 6 inches. There's 2 ways of doing it. We know the wall is 6 inches, so we can just go ahead and push-pull the square inwards 6 inches, or we can click on it and go in until we wiggle the mouse around until we find the on face, or until it goes to that hatch pattern. There we go. And there we have 3 windows. Now, while we're doing that window, let's do the exact same thing on the right side. We're going to put one more on this face here. So let's see here. Can I get some measurements on here for you first? Let's do that. So this window is 4 feet by 5 feet. And I'm going to put that line back here just so I can, actually while I'm at it, I'm going to put these lines here back just so I can take and give you those dimensions. So dimension, and there we go. And this one's 3 foot 6 as well. And this one was only 3. No, really these aren't proper dimensions. We should be going up, up, and I'll erase those just so they're all in line, a little bit more clean. And then this dimension right here was 1.5 feet. Now where's that dimension tool? Okay, so this dimension right here, I might have to zoom into it, was 1.5 feet. So what we're going to do next is draw in 3 feet on this wall, go down 5, 4, 5, and 4. So get your pencil drawing tool, click on this point, go on the green axis 3 feet to the start of the window. We're going to put in the exact same place as the other side. Then go down 5 feet to the right on the green axis 4 feet, and up 5 feet, and then back to the end point. There we go. So there you have it. Now that window is exactly the same size, and you'll find out later why I'm making that the same size as these windows. Excuse me. So the next thing we need to do is the door. The door, we're going to start from this inner point right here. So we're going to click there and go 2 feet in. Again, it's not going to give you a point. Well, it will give you a point. You just have to find it. There it is, endpoint. Click on the endpoint. We're going to make this 7 feet high. And we're going to put a couple side lights on it. So the side lights, or the side windows, are going to be 1.5 feet, so 1 foot 6 inches. And bring that back down until it clicks on that bottom line. Go back to the top. We're going to make it a 3-foot door. Then go back to the bottom, back to the top, and do the 1 foot 6 again. 1 foot 6 inches. Whoops, did a funny measurement there. Let's escape here. Let's try that again. 1 foot 6 inches. There we go. And back down. Now I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to push-pull those through because you're going to get to decide which door you want to put into it later. But that just gives you some rough sizes of your doors and side lights. So let's put some dimensions on there. 3. I think I'll have to zoom in for this. 1 foot 6, 1 foot 6, and 7. Okay, now one thing we haven't done yet is saved our work. So before we save our work, we're going to need to make a folder on the desktop. So let's minimize, don't close this, just minimize, and right click on your desktop, go new, folder, and really you can call this what you want. I'm going to call this Sketchup files. And that's where I'm going to save these. So I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to save this as file. Sorry, I'm going to click File, Save As. And on my computer, I'm going to click on Desktop on the left-hand side. You're going to have to find that. And here's the SketchUp Files folder that I just made. So I'll double-click on there. That means that we're on the desktop, SketchUp Files, and now I can go ahead and name this. So I'll name this 3D House and press Save. And you'll notice in the top left-hand corner of your screen, it says 3D House. Okay, so I think that'll be the end of our first video. In the second video, we're going to be going ahead and drawing a roof to this house. So let's make sure we save our work, and then you can go ahead and open up the second video for making the roof. Congratulations.